Okay, so again, with the backing up, first thing we want to do is get her to touch it, so she knows that. Again, you use the targeting for this, teaching them to touch things on command. From there, start to ask her to touch it again. Touch. Good. Touch. Touch. Good. And then from there, very easy, you start to click as you lift the saddle up. Click the calm behaviour, standing still. And that just builds until you can lift and place the saddle on their back calmly. Good girl. The same thing with the girth. Touch. And obviously you want them to be okay with all the jangling and everything before they have to actually wear the thing. So, just pop it on loosely. So, I've got the saddle, the girth really loose here. But one of the ways of thinking about backing a horse is to keep everything as safe as possible, as calm as possible, and kind of as, you know, accident-free as possible. Obviously you want to be accident-free, but that's not actually what happens in the real world. I go the opposite way. I want her to be okay with anything that happens. So I want her to be okay if the saddle starts moving. I want her to be okay if the saddle ends up upside down. It's one of the things, the first time that happens to a horse, absolutely freak out. Touch. I want her to stop and think, oh, it's just Hannah being daft again. Walk on with that. Good girl. Good. Very nice. Let's see. Again, we just take it step by step, rewarding all the way. Just be okay if the girth jangles. One more. There, what a good girl. What a good girl. And from there, just be okay with it all hitting the floor, being noisy. Oh, I. Good girl. So I want her to be involved all the way through this process. And it's the same in anything that I do with her. I want her to have a say in it. I want her to say that she's feeling okay, that she's not feeling okay, and that I'm going to listen to that and respond accordingly. On Wednesday night, I didn't even pick the saddle up with her. By that time, it was all too much. She was an absolute star, but she'd hit the point, and I thought, I don't want to do anything with saddling that's going to have any bad associations. So I just said to the audience, I'm really sorry, I was going to show you the backing, but I'll put a video online instead, because she just wasn't in the right place. And that has to be okay, because if you push your horse to a point that they're uncomfortable and an emotional reaction, it kind of ruins all the training that you've done. I don't think that the horse should ever be running around. I don't think you should tie a saddle to a horse while it runs around freaking out with anxiety. It's just makes the saddle scary. It has a whole scary associations, switching the mounting block now, whole scary associations with the saddling process. Good girl. I want everything to be really calm, I want them to be okay, and I want her to be able to tell me when it's not. So, you got the saddle on, everything's good, everything's calm. The next stage is obviously to look at mounting. Now again, it's a similar process to the targeting, but instead of targeting to my hand, she targets the saddle to my hands. Instead of it being her nose to my hands, it's the saddle to my hands. Yeah. And again, I want her to really understand this and know exactly what she's doing. As you can see, she does. Very good girl. And I've just played around with this with her climbing on fences in the field, rewarding her for lining her back up with me. Just playing, absolutely playing, so that she has really good associations with all of this. Good girl. So when it comes to actually getting on, always wise to have somebody holding the head, just in case. Yes. And this is a bit, if you've got two people working with a horse, you have to decide who's going to click and treat and who's not. This whole process, I want her to associate with me, and it's me getting on her back. So let me go forward a step. Got too much, we'll go around again. Yeah. Perfect. Very nice. So, although Rachel's the one that's actually holding her, it's me that's going to be clicking and treating, so that she's got that connection with me, because I'm the one that's going to be getting on her back. So again, it's the same thing. Are they okay with you leaning over? Yeah, she's fine. She's okay with the saddle being rocked? Fine. She's okay with the saddle stirrups being pulled? Yeah, she's fine. And you want all this to be absolutely fine before you get on. I'm not a fan of falling off, and I want it to happen as little as possible. From there, obviously, put into stirrup. Fine with that too. Yeah. Very good. Some carrots from there, what did I say? And again, I want her to know that it's me. I want that connection with her. It's okay. You're not eating the carrots today, you can do it at least nuts. Really simple. Good. Give you nuts instead then. Oh, can't get in. Here you go. Yeah, there we go. From there. Nice and calm the whole way through. Thank you. And that's exactly how you want it to be with a young horse. I've only been on her a few times, and I wouldn't have got on her if I hadn't felt that she was in the right place, right frame of mind. But, what a good girl. And we've never ever had anything more dramatic than that, because I picked the timing of when I'm going to get on her, and because I've worked it up in steps that she can cope with, and she understands exactly what's going on. It's been a total non-event, which is exactly what we want in pretty much all our horse training, really.